goodness. Mahulog yung phone ko. Oh God. Let's get in, Mom. Belfast. Oh my goodness, look at my hair.
So
Day 2. Let's get in, Mom. Let's get rid of this wind. Oh goodness.
As much as the largest drive in Belfast, in all these countries, the dry dock built for a ship hadn't even been built yet.
Hi folks, good morning.
Te contan de la grúa esta y todo eso.
Ikaw na lang sakay dyan, ah.
ayoko mo ah.
Hi guys, here it is, yeah?
First thing, Harland and Wolf. That's where you worked in Belfast. My dad got me my start. Then my brothers after me. You could hear the noise from where we lived, but nothing prepared you for the size of the place. They put me to work on 401. That's what we called her. We knew she'd be the largest passenger ship in the world, but we didn't call her Titanic then. I was there from the beginning. I watched the ship race lay the keel blocks. They set big wooden blocks on the slipway to start with. Then the keel at top of it, like a backbone. And the frames attached to that, like a skeleton. Workshops everywhere. It took weeks to find your way around. Coppersmiths, boiler makers, cabinet makers. I even learned a bit about French. Every ship cost a life, and there'd be lots of injuries besides. I was in the engine works for a while. Very well equipped it was. That's where we built the triple expansion engines. 2 of them, each as high as a 3-story house. I worked in the frame bending shop. You'd heat steel beams in the furnace, then hook them onto slabs of cast iron and hammer them curved. It was skilled work. You had to bend them more than you needed because the frame straightened out a little when it cooled.
The shell plates that made up the hull weighed up to 4.5 tons. They were taller than the da.
The plates were overlapped on the edges. Some were raised, one after another. We called it clincher. One of the foremen taught me years ago, that's how you build steel ships.
The double bottom. That's a wee space we called the tanks, made up of steel plates. The rest of the rivet squad all had to fit into that gap.
One of the foremen would check each rivet with a special hammer. If it made a ringing sound, we'd have to go back and chase it out after work.
I'd get scared working down in that double bottom. You only had candles for light.
And the constant hammering against the shell plates. You could hear it all over Belfast. Some of those boys ended up stone deaf, so they did. We were paid 31 bob a week. The heater boy in Catchword at 16 bob. But we all worked the same 54 hours. The upper deck was steel too, and part of the strength of the ship. There's no straight lines in the ship. And when you look down the other deck, you can see the sheer of the hull, the stopped her flexion at sea. When we came to launch day, I was torn between pride and fear. The standing wings were coated in tallow, train oil and soft soap. So the ship would slide when they shifted her weight off the blocks. That was the most dangerous part. And the shipwrights were knocking away the last props. They were under compression, you see, and the sliding wings would be released by the hydraulic trigger.
100,000 people watched the launch. Some paid a bob to sit in the reserved seating. There were extra trams laid on. Then we all went off to the pub to wish her well.
Doc, you were proud to be an island on that day. And Titanic was the pride of Belfast.
Thank you for joining us. The tour will end in a few seconds. Please exit.
Our master of ceremonies, Mr. Keith, has not disappointed. There must have been 100,000 spectators here who have seen the finest sight in all of Belfast.
The train from London Waterloo. By late morning, all the passengers and crew were aboard, minus 2 firemen who were delayed in a public house and missed the departure. At noon on April 10th, bang on time, and fully expecting to be in New York within a few days, under the watchful eye of Board of Train Inspector Francis Durrance. Then, at 8 p.m. that evening, he departed Belfast for Southampton. She was preceded by a considerable wait.
in size.
They live in Chicago, and I shall be able to make the entire trip with them.
Hindi ko naman patingin ako ng sunset.
Do we just walk and get a table?
Maybe mura lang dito ang mga burgers.
Favorite mo ni Gamia.
In tourism and in hospitality. So now the Linen Quarter, as it's known, is a new high-end entertainment.
Mimi, super ganda dito. Ano ginagawa mo? Mom. Ano ginagawa mo? Ang cute ng ano nito. Ang ganda, grabe. Ang ganda. Whee! Ay! Mas takot ka pa sa kanila. Whee! Wala lang.